Hey YouTube, this is Lane Hero 13, and today we'll be talking about a deck I think would be very good in this format. The Six Samurais, also known in the LCG as the Six Warlords. So, well, let's get started. Um, I mean, okay, pretty much it's always like the same basics. It's a very swarm-oriented deck. Like it's a little bit of the origins is it comes from it starts from Strike of Neos and it moves on all the way up. It goes to literally almost it starts in the GX time era and it leads up to the current, the Zexal time era, I guess is what it is, or whatever it is Yu-Gi-Oh's on now. Yeah, I mean, most notably Strike of Neos, Stardust Overdrive, and Extreme Victories and Storm Ragnarok and Extreme Victories. That's where they received their major amount of support. Originally, the deck was a very swarm based. Like it was like if you have one samurai, then the other one gets, and you have another one to field, that one gets the effect. And then the Grandmaster was a sneak preview. He was a sneak peek card. You special. He was pretty much like a cyber giant. If you had another samurai, you could special him so that the other samurai could get off its effect. Yeah. It was always around for a very long time. I mean, it's a warrior deck, so I mean, obviously you could take like warrior aspects like Rhoda, Warrior Returning Alive, and when Synchro was in, like, I think it was Stardust Overdrive, no, Stardust Overdrive. I think in the Duelist Genesis it received Hand of the Six Samurai also, and a lot of people use, if it wasn't that pack, I think it was in Crimson Crisis, people ran Toro Part and it just would have the synchro engine just so it could actually synchro something, which I think was a really good idea. But of course itself, the Six Samurais themselves there, though they lacked a synchro that was exclusive to them. And then in I guess Storm of Ragnarok, Konami heard all the players who ran Samurai and all all the like the Christ family when we received the legendary Six Samurais, who were actually some of the older samurais reprinted as younger ones. I guess how it would work. Yeah. Yep. The original six who were printed were Iru, Zanji, Yazi, um, Nishna, Kaman, and Yaichi. Yep. And well, now let's move on a little bit to the playstyle. The playstyle has always been very aggro, in your face, very smash mouth, very beat you down, very punch oriented deck originally. But when the Legendary Six Samurai came out, it became more of a control aggro deck where, I mean, you had Shien to negate, and then, I mean, over time people noticed that with Natural Beast and Natural Barcam you could make them in the deck, making the deck very control oriented. I mean, you could completely actually just control and lock on your opponent. I mean, and then if you want, you could go Landois and just knows that your opponent had no way out. I mean, you're canceling spells, you were canceling traps, you're canceling monster effects, you were canceling another additional spell trap card. I mean, the deck was good. And I mean, and then a little bit after that, they had that whole Mizuho Shinai. I mean, during that time, they had the Mizuho Shinai loop, which is like you just completely nuked your opponent's field when you had triple gateway. And then I guess Konami saw the problem in that, and they hit the gateway down to one. Yeah, but I mean, all in all, it's a pretty good thing. They got, of course, their own searcher spell now, which is apart from gateway itself, which is like a continuous search. You had Shin Smoking, which let you grab level 3, which is actually really good. Because all you did was you went for Kagamusha, you went at the Kageki to search into Kagas. If you had the Kageki, you search for Kagamusha, or if you had the Kagamusha, you search for the Kageki. It was retarded. I mean, you could just go off and like beat your opponent down senselessly. And then when they hit the signal, a lot of people kind of gave up on it. But some people saw potential in a quick play card actually that came in. I believe it was Extreme Victors. It was a Citizen Six Samurai. I mean, if you special summon Kagamusha, you could search for another samurai, and then you got the Elder. Elder was like their little cyber dragon special of it, and you want to set us and target the Kagamusha, synchron to Shin or Beast because they were both Earth. That was just really good. And then, I mean, the deck still always has potential. I mean, when I had a friend who, when the gateway was at 1, he ran, I think it was triple Upstart Goblin, which actually still added consistency to the speed. Even if he didn't get you that turn, next turn, your ass was gonna, no matter how high your life points were, he was gonna get you. That's just the way he was. He had the quick play style. He had the patience for it. I mean, he could go meta, anti-meta whenever he wanted to. Of course, that was just him though. And then he moved on to Insectors and all that, Yep. And I mean, of course, samurais even have their own draw power. Whoa. six. I mean, I really that card just too. Like, it's really good. I mean, why it's at 3, I don't know, but I guess it's because the tribute itself. So I mean, it kind of pays itself off for relatively easy. Um, of course, as we all recently know with the ban list, Samurai's actually, for some reason, Konami showed Samurai some love. They gave Smoke Signal back up to 2. At that point, we didn't know what was going to happen or what was going on or why they had done that. I guess people didn't complain. People went back to Samurais a little bit. And then I guess later in the year, we learned that the TCG got its own exclusive structure deck phones. I mean, Japan has a couple other ones. I know they have that counter fairy and have that like dark via bolos control deck. Yeah, we know about that. Don't think we don't, but we do. Yeah, I mean the Samurai Warlord or yeah, the structure deck Samurai Warlord. That's our own exclusive Samurai structure deck. Where I guess TCG we love Samurais. I mean they're all. Sorry about that. They're all an initial warrior based deck. I mean they're all really good. I mean they even got their own little pit monkey kind of thing going on. Yeah, I think the deck's pretty good, pretty consistent. I mean, with the structure deck, the real support we got was the shadow. I mean, the shadow kinda you can do an OTK with. I've been play testing it in decks that I play, and they don't have Gores or they don't have Vader, don't have the Scarecrow. They're kind of fucked. Because if you can do double Shein, double Shadow Shein, have Materia Barkion, and you kind of just got the game set. It's just your opponent really can't stop that. They're kind of just have to sit on it and wait for next game. I guess I'll go into a little bit of the list of the legendary Six Samurais. Of course, we all know Shien, Inishi, who was a little bouncer, who's pretty much their compulsive, which is actually really good. And then we had Kizan, we had Kageki, we had Mizuho, and Shinai. Yeah, I mean the deck all in all is pretty good, pretty consistent. I mean, I would show what I have so far. Oh, of course, and I can't forget. I'm almost forgetting. They have the little stupid swarm trap double sword technique. I mean, you just bring it out. You can exceed. You can synchro. It doesn't really matter. You're not really gonna lose them unless you're trying to. I've seen people actually play double sword technique as a defensive technique. I mean, either you burn or they kill you off. And then there's our little friend, the Magatama. Matsukuna and Magatama. The counter trap. As long as you have a samurai, you can negate. It's broken. I mean, it's literally solemn for Sams. I mean, it's really good. The only thing I guess would be like there's certain things. I mean, certain things that's what makes samurais broken. What stops them, I mean, is like if you Veiler the Kazan or you Puppet Plan or Debunker. I guess it's just a lot of cards just really kind of work out nicely. I mean, to be honest, I think this has the potential for being able to go off next format, and it's affordable for those of you are players on a budget. I guess I'm gonna start a little segment called player on a budget because I'm somewhat of that. I don't go out and I don't have expensive packs, but expensive decks. But I mean, that's just I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna do a segment just called budget deck ideas or budget stuff. Yeah. I mean, things that stop the deck. I mean, I guess I kind of went into the deck itself. Things that stop the deck itself would be like Effect Veiler, Debunk, Puppet Plant, Kinetic Soldier. Quite literally, I mean, the one true fear of Six Samurais is obviously the fear of what most decks are right now currently with Chaos Dragons out there being overpowered. Honestly, God, Samurais cannot make anything higher than 25 unless you're running the Spirit, which I do run. That's the only way you're really gonna get over it. I mean, you're not gonna outmuscle. You're not gonna you're gonna have to outplay them, or you're really just gonna have to go Spirit, attach, crack, Spirit, attach, crack. Just keep the Spirit attached to shit and just crack it for 3,000. For some strange reason, it's Dragon's Fatal Weakness 3,000. They can't get over it. It's just your opponent's Chaos Dragon just kind of sits there and waits until they go out their BLS or Chaos Orc and they go and remove, and you get ready and you're like, fuck. I mean, that's the only way you can really see that happening. But I mean, Puppet Plant, Effect Veiler, Debunker, normally you're like things like that. And of course, I guess Great Keepers kind of do stop them. So, I mean, they stopped Grandmaster from adding another card outside of himself. I mean, you can still add him, but you can't add anything else. I mean, good side deck cards for mirror match would be the Temple, the Cunning, stuff like that. I guess I can kind of slip into like a quick deck profile of what I got, so I guess I'll do that. So, I mean, it's kind of a skeleton of some cards. So, I mean, yeah. Yeah, you see, I guess you guys can see it from there, right? Okie doke. I'm running, of course, 2 dojos. I'll do the deck list a little bit later. I guess I'm just kind of like starting out to like actually have time to go and fix the card. So I'll do it after the video upload. I guess it'll be right after this. But yeah, I mean, like, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll do more of these things. I'll do more deck ideas, more just stuff like that. I'll do. It's just, I want to hear from you. So, I mean, comment below. Tell me what you guys think about the 6 samurais, and you think they'll be good next format or not. Peace.